All right. Hey, you guys. Happy Friday. It is a good Friday in my house because my kids are in school. And some of you, I know it's been a week or two for you. Some of you, it's happening next week or after Labor Day. So get excited. That's awesome. So in just a couple of minutes, we're going to kick off our last Friday fitness workout. And this one is a air quote workout because this is all about mobility, and what we're going to work on today is not the same as what we work on in our normal like strength training cardio workouts, but it is equally as important. So if you're watching this on replay, you may just want to fast forward a couple of minutes because I'm going to hang out here and wait for everybody to come on live. So once you come on live, say hello. Hey, Amanda. How are you today? Yeah. Cool. So Christy's here. Hey, happy Friday. Great to see ya. Thanks for coming in live. So we're going to hang out for just a minute, see if anybody else is going to pop in live with us today. And the way this is going to go today, we've got 15 minutes. We're going to work on mobility, and then at the end of that, we're going to do our drawing. I have got a cup here with everybody who has joined into the Friday Fitness Workouts Live so far, and I'm going to add you guys in as you come in. So if you're working out live, just make sure you leave a comment here so I know that you're with me, and that way you can get in the drawing for a free one-on-one coaching session. Amanda, not good. I'm sorry to hear that. Shoot me a message. Let me know what's going on. Hopefully this is going to make you feel a lot better. So here's what's amazing about mobility work, right? We know that exercise makes us feel better when we get our heart rate up, when we do strength training. It really ignites it ignites our brain. It gives us this boost of energy, as well as creating and releasing hormones like serotonin and all these feel-good endorphins that we love. However, a lot of people miss the mark by only doing the big bang exercises like strength training, cardio, and they neglect this area of mobility and flexibility. And I just love working with moms in this area because this is actually the number one thing where moms come back to me and are like, oh my goodness, I didn't realize how much I needed that, because what we're going to do is release tension out of your body. A lot of the times, whether we're in a regular workout program or not, we collect tension in our muscle tissue, in our fibers, in our connective tissue, that can create a lot of problems as far as how well we move, things like being able to lift our arms and turn our spine, that over time, not only is it uncomfortable, it also can lead to injuries and issues down the road. So super important to take time for flexibility and mobility. Okay, so let's get started. All you need for today is just some space. We're going to be down on the floor the whole time. So I'm on wood. I've got a mat. If you don't have a mat, if you're on carpet, you're good. If you need any extra cushion, a towel or a blanket can also feel really good. And if you guys pop in live, just make sure you say hello so I know that you are here. All right, ladies, come on to all fours. We're going to start right here, and you want your hands underneath your shoulders, your knees a little bit apart underneath your hips so you feel stable, grounded, and we're going to begin with a mobility sequence for our spine. What that looks like is arching your back like a cat, and then reversing and arching the other way. So the tailbone lifts and your eyes are going to look straight ahead. All right, so watch the camera just for a second to see it, and then let your head and your neck stay in good alignment as you move between these two positions. So the eyes look forward, and then the eyes look back towards your knees, or maybe even down to your navel. your spine. When we lose this mobility, it can create some issues all along our vertebrae. So as you do this, think about spreading out the shoulder blades and then pulling the shoulder blades back so we start to activate the upper back as well. And anytime we do mobility work, you work at your own pace. Try to keep breathing all the way throughout these. We're going to do one more. And our next movement pattern is a side bend. So we're going to extend the spine sideways now. If you look over your shoulder, back towards your foot, and bring your rib cage towards your hip. That is perfect. And then we're going to switch to the other side. You can hold this position for just a moment before you switch side to side. And you want to go really slowly here, taking care of your spine as we bend to the sides. And this is one of my favorites. I carry my kids a lot. I probably shouldn't. They just love it. But, you know, they're getting big, and so these muscles in this part of my spine down in my low back gets really tight, really tense. So this is stretching one side and just moving your vertebrae now side to side. Let's go one more time. Oh yes, love that. Okay, come on back into this neutral position. Now we're going to start a mobility sequence for our shoulders and our upper back. Now this is an area that gets tight for a lot of us, so this one is going to feel awesome. You're going to open your arm straight up to the ceiling and then thread underneath with your palm facing up. You can push the back of your hand into the floor, push the arm into the floor, and then we come back up again. So you're going to reach up and push it to this bottom arm. So it's like you're trying to turn your chest as far to the side as you can. And then as you thread under, feel how that opens that space around your shoulder blade and the back of your shoulder. And we're going to go again. We carry a lot of tension in our upper back. If you're anything like me, when you get stressed out, you always feel it in your shoulders, right? So this movement, as we move and open these shoulders, this is going to help release some of that tension, especially as you thread the arm under. Let's go one more time on this side. We're going to switch to the other side. Oh, it's so good. Okay, just switch arms, recalibrate, make sure you're balanced, breathing, reach up, and then you can reach under. And just keep flowing. Now, a really good way to support your body through mobility is breathing. So if you want to add that layer right now, what we're going to do is breathe in as we reach up, and then breathe out as you thread under. And our breath does a couple things for us. It's going to help expand and kind of release some of the muscles around your thoracic spine, around your rib cage, but it also is a releasing mechanism for your body. You know, when you're stressed out, you take that big deep sigh, that big exhale, and it always makes you feel better, right? So it's almost like you can breathe tension away from your body. And doing that while you stretch is so powerful. That's why we love yoga. One more time, you guys. Oh, that just feels so good. Okay, come on back to all fours. And we're going to lie down on our stomach for a little bit more shoulder mobility now. So if you come all the way down, you're going to keep your feet on the floor for this. And we're going to move between two positions. Watch this first on the video before you try it, because I want you to look your head down. So you're going to take the arms overhead on the floor. We're going to circle back just like we're swimming, and then bring the knuckles together at your low back and press into the low back. And then we'll circle back overhead. Go ahead and try that with me when you're ready. We're going to circle back, bring your knuckles into your low back, press there. You may be able to lift your elbows up, pull the shoulders back, and then circle back overhead. Now you guys keep going. So as you bring the hands to your low back, what we're trying to do here is open this front shoulder position. So you really want to squeeze backwards. Your chest might lift a little bit off the floor. That's fine, but we're not trying to really lift our upper body. We're just moving and circling through the shoulder blades to get this really beautiful opening in the shoulder. And as you keep flowing, be sure to breathe. Your fingers and your arms may need to graze on the floor, or you may be able to lift those up off the floor, just depending on how much mobility you have at this point in your journey. Let's go one more time, you guys. Are you loving this? It's about to get better. All right, bring your hands right next to your shoulders. So at this point, we're just laying down. We're going to move into a really deep opener for our chest and our shoulders. You're going to take one arm and extend it out to the side on the floor. You can see how I'm doing that here. And then we're going to roll away from the arm onto our side. So your arm is outstretched behind you. The positioning of your arm here is going to make a difference. So you guys stay there. If your arm is quite low to the side, you may want to sneak it up so that it's out in line with your shoulder, or it may feel better to have it on the floor a little bit higher. And then we're turning away from that, and you're going to feel this really beautiful stretch in your shoulder as you get into that position. Relax your head, and if you want to take this a little bit deeper, what you can do is bring that top leg up and bring your foot onto the floor behind you. And it's okay if your back pops a little bit here. That's just your spine releasing some tension. I love this stretch. We're going to take one more breath in. Breathe out. And roll yourself all the way back onto your stomach, and let's do the other side. So once again, your arm is outstretched. You're going to push the floor, so you can turn yourself, barrel roll your body away from the arm, and then get situated. See where it feels good to put your arm. If you're quite far down, you're going to love it if you come a little bit higher. And as much as you can, turn your body to face the side. Taking that top leg back, if that feels good for you. And using your breath right now to release some tension. Good, you guys, come on back to your stomach, and we're going to push ourselves back up onto all fours. Oh, that should feel so good through your shoulders. So that was a lot of upper back mobility. We're going to move into hip mobility. Slide one knee out in front. You can keep this back leg bent, or you can straighten it. If you do yoga, this is Pigeon Pose. If you don't do yoga, it's kind of like a hurdler stretch, right? You got one leg kicked out front. And then you're going to lean your chest over that front knee. If this bothers your knee, it might feel better to flex that foot or even keep that back leg bent more. Now what we're going to do today is bring some movement into this stretch. So you may need to take a little bit of weight into your arms to do this. And we're just going to slowly rock our hips side to side. If you were a dog, you would be slowly wagging your tail here. And as you do this roll, you're going to start to feel that release some pressure in your hip. Now if that doesn't feel good, if that puts pressure on your knee, just skip that. This is one of my favorite ways to release some tension in my hips, because our hip is a ball and socket joint, and it really feels nice just to move that around. Keeping your chest forward, or you may need to come up a little bit and even support yourself on your hand. Both of these are okay. Just keep breathing as you do this one. Now, every time I do this, I start to pop gonna turn all the way around so I can still see you guys well. Finding that great position, 90-90, may be what works for you. You may stretch that leg back. This is all about you just feeling your body, and where you should feel this stretch is in the hip of this front leg, right in your butt, really. It feels like it's in the glutes, but it's all those muscles that connect inside the hip. Lean forward, start to rock your hips side to side, back and forth as you can. Okay, remember it's fine if you need to be up here, right? Some of us don't have that much flexibility in our hips, especially if you're somebody who sits a lot. This takes time, but with time and patience and a consistent mobility routine, guys, you can really make a lot of progress. So if this feels frustrating to you, just know that it does get better with time. And ideally what we do is mobility work at least once a week or a little bit before or after your workouts. And that's what we do in my workout program, the Boost, 20-minute Boost. We do a little bit of stretch each day after our workouts, and then 1 day of focused mobility. All right, we are ready to come out of there. Now, our very last stretch today is one of my favorites. This is called Happy Baby Pose. So what you're going to do is roll onto your back, take the knees out wide. Now, depending on your flexibility, you may need to hold on your calves, your ankles. You may be able to get the inside or the outside of your foot. And then use your arms as much as you can to press the knees open. And then press as much of your spine as you can down onto the floor. This is a deep hip opener. And then just like we did with our other hip stretch, a little bit of movement here is good. So I'm going to slowly rock side to side as I keep my legs open and my feet flexed. This should feel really nice on your low back, a really deep stretch in the hips. And some of us that are super flexible, you can even come all the way out into a straddle and do that there. You can explore if that feels good for your body or not. Don't worry, nobody can see you, hopefully. So good. And then just hug your knees right up into your chest. Okay, let's open the arms to the side. We're just going to drop the knees over to one side for a really quick release through our spine. This is another one that we can spend a lot of time in because it's so good for our back. Move and twist and bend in different ways, but we're just going to take this as one final quick release for the spine. Lift the knees up and then switch over to the other side. Good. Come on back up into the center, and then you may just need to take a couple little rocks. Come up, or you can roll onto your side. Oh yeah, how does that feel? You should be feeling really nice, a little bit looser through your shoulders, through your back, through your hips. I just always feel like I'm releasing so much tension. And you guys, the main places where we hold onto tension when we are stressed out, when we are in a hard season, is up through our shoulders in this area, like in our thoracic spine, and then in our hips. And so when it comes to stress relief, when it comes to mobility and letting tension out of your body, those are the two areas that we focus on the most. And that's what we hit in this really short 15-minute mobility workout. I hope you're just feeling so much better. So let me know in the comments, you guys, how it's going. I see Amanda is here and Christy is here. Who else is here? I've got 4 people watching with me. That is awesome. Cool. So let me, before I do this giveaway drawing, I am so excited that next week, it is back to school season for all of us, and next week I am kicking off a 20-minute boost. It's a 10-day back to school challenge. And so the workouts that I've been doing on Fridays are 15 minutes of what I typically do in my 20-minute boost workouts, same style. And what we do is every single day for 10 days in this challenge, we do 20 minutes of movement. And it just feels so amazing. And I want to invite you to join me in that if you are looking to get started on a fitness program. Maybe you have been active in the past and are just trying to figure out, how does this work for me now in the midst of everything that I have going on, and even what's the best place for me to start? Because realistically, some of us can only do 20 minutes. That's all that works in our crazy busy schedule, and that's a lot of the moms that are in my program. But for some of us, we just use this as a catalyst, because if you're getting started on a workout program, jumping in and doing too much too soon can really be detrimental to your success. I just did a live video about that yesterday if you want to go in and hear more about why. So whether you're interested in making 20 minutes part of your routine, or you just need to get that boost as your kids go back to school, please join me for this free challenge. I'm going to be supporting you as a coach. I'm going to be giving you workouts, inspiration, helping keep you accountable, and it's going to be awesome. There is a link to sign up, and I don't have it right now, so I'm going to get to you in just a minute. But let's do this giveaway. I'm going to just real quick put Amanda in there and Christy. You guys are here live. Oh yeah. All right. So what we do in these coaching sessions is totally up to you. I use this time one-on-one with you to dig into what is going on. So my very first question is always, how are you and what can I help you with? Because everybody's different. I'm trained in health coaching and habit change. I am a certified personal trainer. I do one-on-one programming. I do fitness nutrition coaching and just the whole shebang. So whatever it is that you want to use this session for, it is all good. And I'm just so excited to be able to connect with one of you really soon. Okay, here we go. I have Corinne. Oh my goodness. Woo. Sorry, I'm losing papers all over the place. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah. Corinne, I can't even say your last name. I'm not even going to try because I'm going to butcher it. Corinne, you joined me a few weeks ago. I think it was the core workout that you were here for. So congrats. I'm going to send you a message and connect with you. And I've got a booking link where you can grab your spot for that free coaching session. Super excited about it. It's been a while since we have talked. And so for the rest of you guys, yeah, just keep going. Wherever you are right now in your fitness journey, keep going. You are 100% worth showing up for and taking even just a little bit of time, even 15 minutes or 20 minutes a day to be healthy. Your kids need you to be healthy. Your stress, your body are gonna thank you for this as you take a little bit of time for yourself. And I promise it's always worth it and it's not selfish. So whether it's trying the 20 minutes or if you just want to come back and do these 15-minute workouts, these are going to live on in the Facebook group and they are here for you. So I hope that has been good. All right, Christy, thanks for being here live today. Amanda, thanks for being here live today. And Corinne, I'm going to message you soon. You guys have an awesome Friday. Have a wonderful weekend. Bye.